It's been a classic day, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to share on how to create an animated logo or a splash screen animation in Figma. With this, I'm going to click the frame and select the iPhone 16 device size in this demonstration. To make things more organized, I'm going to rename this default layer name to Splash 1 as the first screen. Now, I have prepared some resources to be ready, such as sample logo and social media logos. I'm going to select the sample logo from my computer folder and drag it into the Figma canvas with this first screen. Now, make sure you selected the sample logo layer and click the Align Horizontal Center. Right after, press the top arrow in your keyboard until it hides the logo. You can still see the hidden logo when you uncheck the clip content in the Splash 1 frame. Uncheck, then it shows visible this logo inside the Splash 1 frame. And when you check the clip content, it hides the logo. Now, you have to select this Splash 1 frame and press the Ctrl C and Ctrl V from your keyboard. I'm going to hide this. Right now, I'm going to drag the sequence of the Splash 2 frame down to Splash 1. Right after, select the logo layer, then click the Align Vertical Center. You will see how to reduce the size by any chance for a great transition. And I'm going to adjust it into a 170 pixels for both width and height. And going to click again this horizontal center and vertical center. The next here is to select the frame of Splash 2. Then do the Ctrl C and Ctrl V on your keyboard. Again, I have to drag the screen sequence to make it organized. Select the Splash 3 and move it down to the Splash 2 to make it more organized. Click the logo layer and resize it to more bigger size, and let's say for 210 pixels for both width and height. Click the alignment again, horizontally center and vertically center. After resize the logo, rotate the logo for at least a negative 15 here in the rotation. Now in line, select the frame of the splash tree, then do the Ctrl C and Ctrl V with the repeat process. Drag it down here below the splash tree frame. Now select the logo, remove the rotation, and place a value of 0 back here. To smaller like 115 for both width and height. Click this horizontal center again and vertical center. Now I'm going to add a brand text right here for the logo, and I'm going to select the text, and I would put some name here. I'm going to select a typography. For now, for demonstration, I'm just going to select a Montserrat. That would be a bold in a 30 font size. I'm going to do the alignment to center, alignment to horizontally center, and a bit moving up close to the logo. I'm going to grab also and or get the color on this logo just right here, highlight, Control C with the copy and paste it over here. Yeah, and it shows the same right now with this logo. So right here, I'm going to select the two element, this text. I'm going to move down this one to make it more organized. And I'm going to select the two logo and the brand text element and Control G in your keyboard for the quick one. So I may rename this into a group dash logo. Okay. Now we're working next with social sign up buttons, but before that, let me hide the logo group for the meantime. After this heading, then I'm going to select here and click the rectangle and drag it inside the splash 4 frame. Next here, I'm going to change the width dimensions into 355 and height also for at least 55 pixels. I'm going to do the horizontal center. Next here is the radius. I'm gonna change it into the 1000 for the soft edges, round edges here. Now I'm going to do a Control G on my keyboard so it will be converted into the group. I may change also and rename this into a Facebook button. Right after, I'm going to select a Facebook logo from my computer folder and drag it inside the Facebook button group. Right here, I'm going to collect this vertical center so it would be placed in the middle and click next the rectangle. Click here the fill, click the pen for a sample color and select the Facebook background here in the logo, which is this kind of blue color palette. Now they have the same color of the background right now. Next here, I'm going to select the text and click here. I may say sign up with Facebook. Next here, I'm going to click this centers or a center in vertical. I'm going to move closer the both text and the logo here. And next, I'm here selected the Facebook button. I'm doing a Control C and Control V in my computer keyboard, and the duplicated group here, you have to move it down below. And we're going to do a sample of a button next for a Google. I would change this Facebook text to a Google. The background would simply as selecting primary color, and it has to be more of the green background. So I'm going to select somewhere on the green background. So I think, yeah, this selected background green color is much more better emphasized. It's the primary color here. Next one here, I'm going to pick the Gmail logo for the Google button and drag it this inside here and replace the Facebook logo. Going to remove the old Facebook here. I'm going to rename this button to Google so that it would be more organized and easy to understand all the elements together since I renamed it on each sequence. And after this, I'm going to add a text here down of two buttons, I'm going to select this text element here, and I'm going to add text. I would say already have an account with a question mark and do a login here. Yeah, doing here the center's alignment and alignment to the center. I'm going to make sure that this is into irregular font weight. The login here must be into semi-bold to look more emphasized. I'm going to change the color here that align to the brands, which is the dark green. Yeah, this works better right now. I'm going to change the sequence here down below with into below the two buttons. Yeah, here it is. Right now, I'm going to do the same thing down below. Added more text for terms and conditions, including the privacy policy, as it is more standard text on the footer area, so any brand pages has to the app. Like for instances, I'm going to add text here by continuing. You agree with our terms and conditions and privacy policy. I hope I'm doing it right, and I'm going to reduce the width of this text here, but by just dragging it, and going to click the horizontal center right here. I'm going to reduce the text to 15, change the color into dark green as aligned to the brand colors. I would say change the text to the regular with this font weight. I'm going to highlight the terms and condition text and change the font weight to semi-bold as going to emphasize this. And right here, I'm going to change here some cases. Yeah. And another here, the privacy policy text is highlighted for me to change the font weight into semi-bold. Yeah, right here, going to move a little bit. And the next here, going to change the sequence, selected the Facebook, Google button and Facebook button here, including the already have an account text, moving it down here to look more visible. And the next one, I'm going to select all the elements I've created and exist two buttons and the two texts here and group them together. And I'm going to rename this, I would say, login and details. Then now the selected login and details group should be pressed down the keyboard on your computer, which is the downshift here, as it needs to hide the entire group, as it is necessary here to do some animations later on. Yeah. Right after, now we'll work on the last frame. I'm going to select now the splash 4 frame and do the Control C and Control B from my keyboard. Now I have to drag the splash 5 frame down below to splash 4 for more organized sequence here. Now next, let's move a little bit on top the logo layer right here. Right after on the splash vibe, I'm going to make this logo visible, and I'm going to move up the sequence here on top of the login and details group. I'm going also to move a little bit on top. Right here, the logo, just to make it more on the top. Next one here, I'm going to add text as a brand descriptions or a brand description. I'm going to select a text, and I'm going to add here this description of coffee lovers around the world who love, or let's say I would say rich for their favorite brew. Have to fix some spells here. Make this width of the text much more into it. Just a simple or a simple reduce here of the text. I'm going to change also the color here that aligns to the brand. Change here the spell, so this would be much looking good, even though the signs is just for demonstration here. Next here, you can see down here, you have to move the brand description down inside the group of logo. So it would be more organized here and also on the animation part. Then after I added the brand description, let's click and highlight the login and details group layer and press the arrow tap on your keyboard. So it would be showing visible here the group for the login and details. I'm going to move it fast here by holding the entire group. That would be much more better now. I'm going to move on top a little bit this entire logo here, the brand name and brand description as well. So it would be easier or have this equal margin for right here. And I'm going to get back here the splash 4 screen, as have to make the logo visible on this part. So that would be much more here to show the logo, entire logo group. And I'm going to move on this on top. So just a proper sequence right here. And next, after this is the excitement part. We're going to work next on the animation. So let's work it next here. I'm going to hide it first here for a cleaner. I'm working on the screen. So here I am selecting this splash one screen. I'm going to just a simple zoom, and now click here next the prototype tab. And right here, you can see a flow start point, and you have to click this plus icon here by adding this as a start point. I may rename the flow one to start because this is our first screen. Next, right here, we're going to add an interaction by clicking this plus icon. Right here, the trigger, we will set it into a fair delay. Delay, or the MS here, would be set to 300. The action would be navigate to the destination of splash 2. Smart animate would be selected for animation, and easing would be selected this ease and out back here with a duration of 1300. and that would be works right here on the splash one. Then next here, I'm going to select the splash 2 frame, and I'm going to add action for this interaction. I'm going to select a after delay again for the trigger. And the next one here, the MS, would be selected the or set as 1000 ms. The action should be navigate to the destination of a splash tree. And animation would be smart animate. Easing is set to ease in out back with a duration of 900 ms. Right. I may close this or X and selected again the splash tree screen. The next here, add also an interaction. I'm going to click next the trigger with the after delay. 800 ms works here. Action should be navigate to the destination of a splash 4. Animation would be smart animate. Easing would be ease and out with the duration of 300 ms. This would be works here. Now next here is the splash 4 frame, the screen. Add this here, the action again with the trigger of fair delay, and the ms delay would be set to 800. Navigate to the destination of splash 5. Smart animate should be selected in the animation. Easing will be ease and out here, or it could be ease in out back, should be work here. Duration 800 ms. Now working here. I'm going to close this pop-up, the interaction of splash 4. Now the splash 5 here, it doesn't need to add any interaction because um, this is the last frame we have, and all the elements you can see right here are being fixed. And I'm going to click the design here. These are fixed here because for this demonstration we are just sharing here the whole elements here. So before it displays all these elements with this last frame, it moves around the animation from the logos right here, going one, splash 1 to splash 4. So right now, I'm going to click back here the splash 1 and click again this prototype, and seeing it right here, the start button. And I'm going to click it now to see the animations we are working here. And this is the animation in progress. It is still loading. And yeah, this works it now. Ooh. So yeah, I hope you guys like this tutorials for the loading screen animation.